For all my life, I have been struggling with trying to prove myself to others. I've struggled with people pleasing, and only because I never feel like I can fit in most places or with most people. Me trying to do things a certain way, the way that you're supposed to or whatever, has always been my way of just trying to fit in, trying to be seen, to be heard, to be recognized, all of this. These are things that I've been thinking about a lot lately, and I was realizing that I was bringing some of that people pleasing to my YouTube channel. And so let's talk about it. I won't try and make this video very long. I can't guarantee it, but I've made some bullet points of things that I wanted to talk about. I just mainly wanted to make this video for myself and for anyone else out there who might come across it, or maybe you've been following my channel already and maybe you can relate to this. A lot of this really comes down to, I think, loneliness. And so this is my main reason of wanting to make this video, is for anyone else out there who might feel the same as me and have someone to relate to let you know that you're not alone. And so this is kind of what this video is about. Once again, I will try and keep this super short because I've got some other videos that I want to make for y'all. So I recently, as of the beginning of this year, began exploring, actually exploring autism, learning about it, all of that. There's been a few books that I've read, but two of which were really helpful, really gave me a lot of insight and kind of made me feel less alone. I don't know. Just because I've always felt like, as I mentioned, I've never fit in. I've just always really struggled with trying to feel like I can be myself. And so anyway, I've been exploring a lot of it. I one day wound up taking a bunch of online self-assessment things, and everything came back as you most likely have autism, on the higher end or whatever. I don't know how they grade it anyway. So I just want to preface by saying I haven't been officially diagnosed. Don't exactly know, but I'm going with my gut. My gut has never been wrong to me, and my gut says, yeah, you've got autism. Trying to find a diagnosis somewhere in the future is something that I'm exploring. There's a company that I came across over on Threads that are trying to bring more affordable options and just make getting a diagnosis more accessible. And so I don't have the money yet for their service, but I'll link to that, as well as the two books that I really found useful. I'll link to those in the description, in case you are also kind of wondering whether you're autistic. So after learning, about autism, about masking, and all of which, everything really just started to make sense. Everything involving my childhood, from crazy tantrums to being bullied to all the different things that people have said to me and everything. There's just been so much sensory overload, but these are things that I just never really questioned, because I really love loud music. And so I was like, I can't have sensory issues because I love loud music. I love going to concerts, and come to find out that for me is a form of sensory relief is the music that I love to listen to. Anyway, so I've just learned a lot about all of this, and a lot of it is really come down to masking and people pleasing and everything. And so that's kind of just what I'm trying to get at, basically. And I was realizing that I was bringing that into my YouTube channel when I just wanted to make a channel because I knew it'd be fun. I thought it'd be fun to like share little things, you know, randomly, and share things that I'm learning along the way. And when I first started, I was so scared and I didn't know like what to say, what to do. Like I was just, there was so much to learn. It was so overwhelming. I even made a video talking about how overwhelming it was. And I received a comment that, I don't know if it's on there, but I wound up just hiding it for myself. But they were just like, you keep talking about this fake thing called ADHD. And so like, I was kind of like, all right, I need to get a hold of myself. I need to find some sort of structure. And so I created some systems. I've got some bit of systems going on for me to make things easier to start making videos. Like for instance, I've got a space on my desk. Background isn't great, but it's whatever. But I just put my camera down in the same spot. As soon as I plug it into my computer, my recording stuff starts up and it just starts. And it just makes things a whole lot easier for me to get going. And so anyway, I made all these systems. I started keeping track of, you know, video ideas, and I had a video talking about Todoist and like why I enjoy using Todoist, and that's a video that's been doing really, really well. And so I started leaning more into that because I felt like, all right, well, it seems like this is what people want. So let me just lean more into it and start making more videos related to that. And I'll create an online course, which I haven't ruled out yet, but I just started to heavily lean into this because I was going by, you know, advice of other YouTubers, you know, of saying like, when you're starting out, you kind of need to do a little bit, but as soon as, you know, you are told by, you know, your audience what they want, kind of give it to them. And so I just leaned into that. And then at the beginning of the year, I started using another app. And now I'm blending them too. I'm blending Todoist and AccuFlow together, but that's not what we're here to necessarily talk about. I do want to make another video on that because I am excited to share some of that progress. But anyway, the feedback wasn't what I was expecting. And it wasn't that like I was necessarily hurt by it, but it was more of just like, well, what do I do now? And I was like, like I had, you know, I had something going for me. Like I was the Todoist guy. And then that's when it hit me. I was like, I'm labeling myself. Like, this isn't what you wanted, Anthony. Like, you just wanted to like have fun on YouTube, and then you started to like go down the like I'm an expert route when you kept saying that you're not the expert. And so just kind of learning about autism and kind of figuring out my journey, going to a new therapist, which has been great. Not that my old therapist was bad, but finding a neurodivergent therapist as well has been super helpful. Just kind of like piecing all these things together just made me realize like, if I keep going that route with my YouTube channel, eventually I'm gonna get burnt out, because I was already feeling like the same overwhelm of when I was starting the YouTube channel, of like feeling paralyzed. What do I make videos about? And I think making videos just on Todoist was starting to put me into a box. And maybe it was going to make things easier, but was it going to make me happy in like the long run? And so these are things that I was thinking about. And so I'll just kind of like end with that. I'm looking at my bullet list right here. One thing that I'm trying, I don't know if I actually am looking at the camera lens that was one thing that when I was starting the YouTube channel is like look directly at the lens. And now that I'm really trying to just embrace the fact that looking people in the eyes really makes me uncomfortable, I'm just trying to bring that into making YouTube videos. And I know the camera isn't a person, but it still kind of makes me uncomfortable. So I'm just really just trying to lean into things that make me feel comfortable. So if I'm looking at it, great. Yay, Anthony. But if I'm not, this is why. So, okay. But as far as like my bullet points, what do I have here? Okay. So what do I want to make this channel about? I just want to make it fun. I want it to be something that is exciting. Like, I only get at least 2 days a week, if that, to sit down and make videos. I can either do one or I can batch a bunch. I don't know what I'm going to do today. But I want to, when I have the time, sit down and make videos that, yeah, maybe are all over the place and there isn't no like exact topic structure or anything like that. But I want to sit down and make videos about things that are exciting to me. So instead of leaning into certain topics and planning things out, maybe I just lean into my ADHD and, hey, Anthony, what has your attention right now, and just make a video about it. And just that thought feels exciting. And I feel like if I feel excited just, sitting down to make a video, sharing something that is exciting to me in the moment, then maybe that will build upon and bring in other people that kind of either relate or I help solve their like random problem. Maybe they don't even stick around. Maybe this one video I make helps them. And I don't know. Like ultimately, I really just kind of want to bring the pressure off of myself to be able to start making videos that I'm excited about, not worrying about a niche, just worrying about my mental health and helping others. And so that's another thing that I really want to try and focus a little more on this year. And it's something that I was talking about last year too, but being able to, I want to prioritize community over perfection. Kind of what I was, stating in the beginning of this video was like loneliness. And so I work from home and it can be lonely. Although I do like my time alone, having a distraction-free time is great. I feel like I'm just like on this like both ends kind of side, but like at the end of the day, I really want to try and build community. And I think by being able to be more of myself and share more of the things that excite me on this channel can help bring in more like-minded people. And all of us like-minded people can have other like-minded people to be able to, I don't know, this doesn't make sense. I'm just kind of riffing, but like, anyway, I just want us all to feel like we all understand each other and we can help each other out in the comments. And eventually, like, if I've got a Discord or a community or something where we can just like help each other out, like brainstorm things that are going on and like offer random solutions that may or may not work for you. And that's kind of like what I want it to be. I want it to feel like a space where we can all kind of like figure things out together and not have it be about me giving expert advice. And so that's kind of like, I'll just end it right there. But I wanted to make this video for myself. If some of y'all who have been following me are watching this, thank you for watching. Thank you just for following, for sticking, what's the right word? Sticking up for me sometimes. I really do appreciate all the kind comments. It really means a lot to me. And like, this is exactly what I'm trying to get at, is I want to find more people like you, and we all get together and like we have our own little community where we support each other. And that really excites me. Even just the thought of being able to sit down and just share random things. And so I'm really pumped up right now. I'm excited. I think after I finish this video, I'm gonna start another video. I'm also excited to feel like I can be more of myself now. I'm gonna try and include more of like the mistakes, the like hesitations, the things that I just normally do, and try and be myself a little bit more with y'all. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so I wrote down something that I wanted to make sure I ended with, and that is, if you've struggled with people pleasing or feeling like you need to prove yourself, I want to know. Like, let me know in the comments. You don't have to write in the comments if you don't want to. Like, if you want to send me an email or something, I've got my info, like my Instagram, my threads, all that listed, so you can always contact me elsewhere. Like, if there's other things that you want to share. I'm not trying to be a therapist or anything, but like, I just personally would love to know and like feel like I'm not alone in like needing to prove myself or needing to prove myself, and not wanting to people please and all that. So that'd be great. But if you leave it in the comments, it allows other people to also connect with you, and that's kind of like my goal. And so anyway, I just want to make this a space where we can be real and just like share what works with us and just kind of lift each other up. That's it for today. Love y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.